Welcome to episode 2 of Trend or Trap presented by TrendsCenter. The debate is back. 3 games, 3 systems, 2 sharp guests, opposite sides in every matchup, and when the games go final, the scoreboard decides the winner. Joining me for episode 2, Joe Madden of Joe Madden Sports and sports handicapper Matt Horner. If you're new here, here's how the show works. For each game, I introduce a verified system or trend from TrendsCenter. One guest argues why it's a legitimate trend backed by historical results, long-term data, and betting logic. The other explains why it might be a trap. Misleading sample size, market adjustment, matchup dynamics are already priced into the number. No narratives without numbers, no dodging results, no switching sides after tip-off. Each guest is locked into a position, and when the games end, we track the results and declare a winner for ultimate bragging rights. 3 games, the best record takes the episode. Let's get right into it. Debate number 1 is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are 44-14, at the Toronto Raptors, who are 34-23. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Thunder are 1.5-point road favorites. Here's the trend per TrendsCenter. Over the last 4 seasons, the Thunder are 39-12-3 against the spread. That's 76.47% after covering the previous game spread by 10 plus points when the total is 227.5 or less. Oklahoma City just beat Cleveland by 8 points as 4-point underdogs and covered comfortably, which activates the trend for this game. So the question here, is Thunder minus 1.5 a trend worth backing, or is this a trap with Raptors plus 1.5 the sharper side? Joe, we will start with you.
It's definitely got to be a trend you want to back here. Take in OKC, laying the 1.5. I'm so comfortable with it, you guys. And yes, the Raptors did win the last matchup on January 25th, but they were on the road for that win. It was a tight battle. They won at 103-101. 2-point game, a tight game, and why does that matter? Because now we're looking at OKC to roll into Toronto and flip that score, and they have every ability to. This team is so elite out there on the road, going 20-7 on the road this season. They travel well, and I think they're going to roll in here to Toronto. Defensively, they're going to create those turnovers. They can score on those turnovers as well, get those momentum swings going in their direction, and I don't trust Toronto at home either. This is a small number. It's a great revenge spot. They're elite on the road. Give me the Thunder laying the 1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to be fading that. I'm going to go with the Raptors plus 1.5. OKC is basically an infirmary right now. Okay, they're going to be without SGA here. He's out with an abdominal strain. Massive blow, right? He's SGA. He's the engine of the team. Jalen Williams looking like he's going to be out as well. Ajay Mitchell. It goes on and on. Alex Caruso, Chet Holmgren are both questionable, it looks like, for this game. That's kind of baked into this line, right? OKC minus 1.5. Typically, you're going to think, oh, wow, why wouldn't I bet OKC minus 1.5? They're fantastic. They're missing half of their team. And they got a couple other guys that are questionable. Also, in 5 games without this core group, OKC's net rating drops from plus 11.7 down to 3.2. So a significant drop in net rating. And I just think this is a great spot for Toronto. So give me the Raptors plus 1.5.
Awesome. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know if Jared McCain might be the truth, though, Matt. I don't know if you've seen him lately. I mean, he's been looking really good over there. But yeah, really interested to see how this one plays out. Debate number 2. It is the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are 35-23, at the Portland Trailblazers, who are 28-30. Tip off 10 p.m. and the T-Wolves are a 5.5-point favorite on the road. Per TrendsCenter, after the 25th game of the season, road teams that lost their last game as favorites of 7 points or fewer after playing more than 2 straight home games have covered 63.3% of the time over the last 30 years. Okay, that's a little bit of a mouthful here, but Minnesota just lost by 27 at home after a 4-game homestand, so this system is active. Matt, the question for you, is Minnesota minus 5.5 the trend play, or is this a classic bounce back overreaction making the Blazers plus 5.5 the trap fade?
I'm going to go with it's a trend play. I'm going to be with the Timberwolves here minus 5.5. Look, the Timberwolves have one of the league's best defenses. They're ranked 9th in defensive rating. They excel at contesting shots. They hold opponents to just 46.3% field goals overall. They're forcing turnovers. They have an 8.6% steal rate, which is top 10 in the NBA. Portland ranks near the bottom in offensive rating, around 102.1, which is the 7th worst. And then at the same time, they struggle with efficiency. They're only shooting 45.2%. So overall here, I like the Timberwolves. I think this is a great spot for them coming off, like you were just saying, that loss. I think they cover the 5.5.
Okay, I'm going to go with it's a trap here. These teams just did play on February 11th. And yes, the Timberwolves completely dominated that matchup, winning at 133-109. That wasn't a game in which they came late and got some runs. They controlled and dominated the full game. But I think Portland in this one will have better success. And the Timberwolves might be looking at this one kind of a look-ahead situation, as they did steamroll over them the last time. And while I don't think Portland can come out and win, I think grabbing them plus the 5.5 is definitely worth a look. So I'll grab Portland plus the 5.5 for this one.
Love it. Yeah, this is on my personal do not bet list. The Timberwolves are on that list. It's the Timberwolves, the Bulls for me. I never get these games right all season long. I'm probably 0-20 combined. So I'll leave it to you guys, the experts on this one, and I can't wait to see how that one plays out. Finally, we're going to go to the college hardwood here for debate number 3. UCF Knights men's basketball. That is they're 19-7, 8-6 in conference at number 19 BYU. They're 20-7 overall, but also 8-6 in conference. Tip-off is an 11 p.m. Eastern start. I love that, being a night owl on the East Coast, and the total is healthy 164.5. Per TrendsCenter, over the last 19 years, the under has hit at a 57.54% rate when ranked teams face unranked teams with totals of 158 or higher. So BYU is ranked, the total is in the mid 160s wherever you can look, and so therefore the system qualifies. So is under 164.5 the trend, or is this a pace-driven matchup where the market still hasn't caught up, making over 164.5 the trap fade? Joe, let's start with you.
This has got to be a trap fade here. I'm taking this one over the 165.5. This game is all about pace, and we're going to see both of these teams throwing it up. You look at UCF. This team is averaging 81.4 points per game a night. BYU coming in here averaging 85.5. Both of these teams rank in the top half in college hoops in possessions per game, and that alone puts us right in that range. And when you look at this game, I think UCF is going to be a little bit more competitive than people think. And then you look at late in this game, those fouls are going to come into play, and both of these teams will be getting those points on the board. So for me, this one's a trap. I think you got to take it over the 164.5.
Yeah, I will go with it being a trend here. So UCF is not a very high-scoring team. Their offense is extremely inconsistent, especially on the road. They simply just do not seem to be able to get into a function to actually just keep playing consistent basketball. BYU, look, they are an elite offensive team. I mean, we're talking top 10 nationally in adjusted offensive efficiency per KenPom. They push the pace, they shoot efficiency, rebound well. I don't really have a question that BYU is going to be scoring, probably quite a bit. But at the same time here, I just don't see the consistency with UCF to be able to really keep up with BYU. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's a trend. I'm going to go with the under in this one because I just don't think UCF is going to be able to keep up.
Love it. And that is the episode. 3 games, 3 debates. 1 winner will be decided by the results. If you want access to the exact systems referenced in this episode, download the TrendsCenter app. Start building your own edge with the data. If you're a geek like me, you could also create all of your own trends and systems with using a bunch of different data points. It's a lot of fun. We have three-day free trials available for everybody right now, so head over there. This is Trend or Trap. We will see you soon for episode 3. Joe, Matt, thank you for being a part of this, and best of luck to whoever comes out on top.